Hello, it's your boy GZTV back with another video. This is the only video I'm going to be posting for now. Hopefully my Twitch VOD post. Otherwise, we're going to have to be putting it in 15-minute segments. But, yeah, I'm going to have to start recording those and editing them. Because I'm not verified and I realize that you can't really post hour VODs on your channel. So I might try to just save it as a clip on Twitch and have you guys just watch that. It could be like a Twitch exclusive series. But anyways, we are here for the 9th episode of Dexter. This is the second to last episode in the entire franchise because I don't think they're making another season for this. I think they just wanted closure for Dexter fans because people were not happy with how the original show ended. So, we have the plot, we have the critical reception. I shouldn't be getting interrupted in this video because I told them I was making a YouTube video, and it's only like 9:34 and we have to leave for college at 11, and we pretty much have everything packed. So Dexter explains the meaning of the Dark Passenger to Harrison, explaining the purpose of the Code of Harry and how it helped him channel the passenger. So he's like teaching Harrison his ways. He didn't really want to do this, but Harrison's been exhibiting a lot of violent shit. So I know my hair looks like shit, my voice might sound like shit. I just kind of woke up. I just need to get this video out. Alright? Sorry. He then tells a story about a time in Miami where he followed Wiggles, played by Michael Lawrence, a party clown who killed many children. This is one of his maybe first major kills with the Code, like when he was older. We didn't learn about this in the show. However, at Deborah's insistence, he hides the fact that he kills his victims, claiming he only confronts them and scares them to stop hurting people. And this is unrealistic, and Harrison knows this because this is something you would say to like a 5-year-old child to like hide the fact that you murder people. Like, you're not gonna go up to them, hey, like, don't fuck with these people again. You're not gonna be like Batman and just, I don't know. Oh, yep, make sure you don't hurt people again. They're not gonna like walk away from this. This relieves Harrison, who connects more with his father because he kind of has these violent tendencies, and maybe he can start using this code to confront people. Like, what? I don't know. It's a bit strange how Dexter told him how he deals with shit. Shortly thereafter, Dexter chops up Elric's body into pieces. So, yep. So, on Christmas Day, Dexter gives Harrison some clothing as well as a rifle. He wants him to... He likes guns, I guess. Harrison tests the rifle on bottles, managing to hit them. He's a natural. Look at that. Dexter reveals that Kurt was after Harrison because he confronted him, revealing Kurt's real persona as a serial killer. Not a lot of people in the town. Harrison doesn't know that he's a serial killer. He's been doing this for like decades now. Angela kind of is aware of it, but no one else really... Jeez, I have a double chin. No one is really aware. You know? Harrison can't testify against Kurt because it would implicate Dexter at the scene. They then leave to meet with Angela and Audrey. Yeah, he doesn't want to put Dexter at the scene. Yeah, they have Christmas with Angela and Audrey, and obviously it's super awkward and weird because Audrey and Harrison kind of have a bit of a romantic relationship. Unaware to Dexter, Angela has been investigating the Bay Harbor butcher, finding a pattern between his victims and the drug dealer's death. Like, the whole goat tranquilizer thing is what Dexter uses, and she kind of realizes this, and she's like, well, shit, the guy in Miami, the Bay Harbor butcher, did the same thing, and Dexter's really hidden his life, and he was in Miami, so... Yeah, and he was in the forest, and oh yeah, it's strange. She's probably gonna catch him doing this, and I think that's what's gonna end the franchise, is Dexter being caught. I don't know what's gonna happen when he gets caught. Will he get shot and killed by her? I don't know. The reunion is interrupted when Kurt shows up with a gift for Angela and has a conversation with both Dexter and Harrison, who hide their encounter with him from Angela and Audrey. And they do look a little suspicious. Angela and Audrey kind of pick up some things when they leave. After he leaves, they decide to investigate his cabin to find any crucial evidence. They want to have some bonding time, father and son, they tell them. And it's weird, the second that Kurt shows up, they want to leave. So, yeah, Angela's obviously sensing something wrong, and I'm kind of surprised her character didn't try to pursue them, like, doing something. I don't know. But obviously something happens at the end of the episode that's going to make them want to, like, fully investigate what's happening here. So while investigating, Harrison confesses that he indeed injured Ethan at school and apologizes for his behavior. Dexter was exactly right. He guessed exactly what his son did. He also questions again about Wiggles' fate, deeming that just scaring him wouldn't be justice. You would have to hurt him. You'd have to do bodily harm to this guy for it to be justice. I mean, yeah. He also states that he has dreamed about hunting the Trinity Killer and killing him with his own razor. Although tempted to reveal his true nature, Dexter is persuaded by Deborah not to say anything. This is like the angel on his shoulder. Like, don't tell this shit to your son. Like, eventually he gives in, obviously, later in the show, in the episode. But yeah. Having found the place where Kurt might hide his victim's remains, they decide to investigate later that night to avoid suspicion. They find it on, like, the drone that Kurt gave him, ironically. So yeah, it's going to be a nice little night mission. A night hike, I guess. While they are gone in the night, Kurt sets fire to their cabin, intending to shoot them when they leave, but is shocked to see they are not in the cabin, and then soon, later in the night, he's going to realize where they went, and obviously he's going to be very pissed off about it. So at Kurt's cabin, they find a bunker outside, and they descend to access it. This is where he's hiding all the bodies. And they find that very soon, and he, like, displays them. The security system alerts Kurt of their presence, panicking him. He's like, oh shit, they're going down to my fucking bunker, I'm fucked. They're gonna realize I'm actually a serial killer, and they're gonna actually have evidence of it. Dexter and Harrison find to their terror a hallway where Kurt keeps his dead victims embalmed and displayed in crates, including Lily and Molly. So now we figure out that Molly Park has been killed, and she was literally just alive in the previous episode, but that was a pretty crazy way of a revelation to show that she died, so it was really effective. Harrison once again questions Dexter if he killed Wiggles, and despite Deb imploring him not to do it, Dexter confirms it, as well as admitting to killing Trinity and many other killers. So yeah, he reveals to his son that he is a serial killer, and maybe his son can become one as well. I don't know why, like, you would influence your son knowing that you can control the situation, but yeah. Meanwhile, Angela investigates Molly's vacated hotel room and finds a recorder in the safe, deducing she would never leave it behind. So obviously something really bad happened to her, and there's probably some implications here. I think Angela kind of knows that Kurt probably took her and did something. I don't know. Kurt's a pretty shitty human being, and only her, Dexter, and Harrison really know about this in the town. Knowing he will soon be caught, Kurt starts packing his belongings at his house, preparing to flee. He is then confronted by Harrison, distracting him so that Dexter can sedate him, so they confront him at the cabin. They take him to his bunker, wrapping him in plastic on his embalming table, and this is the kill room. This is where they're going to execute him and stab him in the chest, obviously. Dexter's ritual. Kurt excuses his actions, explaining that he gave these women a salvation from his father, although he was angry that they always wanted to leave. Like, he wanted to give these women a safe home. Most of these women were not very well off. So, like, that was kind of his MO. Like, killing women that weren't super fortunate. He also mentions that he tried to kill Harrison because Dexter killed Matt, although Dexter states that Matt fit the code for the boat accident. So, yeah, now Harrison knows that Dexter killed Matt, and it doesn't look too good because Matt seemed like a kind of a goody two-shoes for a while. You know, being a multi-sport athlete in high school and all this stuff. And then, yeah. He's like, well, he killed people in that boat accident. With Harrison as witness, Dexter kills Kurt and starts chopping up his body. So Harrison's literally watching all of this. As the blood reminds him of his mother's death, Harrison steps outside while Dexter finishes chopping up the body. And this is understandable because I'm pretty sure Dexter went through the same type of shit. He went to a crime scene and saw a bathtub and all that stuff with the blood on the floor that one time. So it's perfectly normal to be, like, traumatized by that still. Like, even in your adult years. So Dexter and Harrison discard the body bags at the foundry, noting that Kurt's behavior and trying to flee will serve as a good cover for them. Like, he wants to flee, and it's going to be understandable for the police department why, once they find, like, all of his victims in that embalmment place, in that bunker. They return to their cabin the next morning and are shocked to find it burned to the ground, obviously done by Kurt. Angela questions Dexter about his whereabouts, but Audrey allows him to stay with them for a time, which obviously Angela doesn't like because he doesn't want Audrey and Harrison having a relationship. But hey, it's a small town, small world. At her house, Angela receives a note in an envelope which states Jim killed Matt Caldwell, as well as leaving titanium screws, and that's probably something that Kurt mailed to her house. She then stares at Dexter in suspicion, and that's gonna really set up for the final episode, because Angela has a lot. There's a lot of things on the table. She thinks he's the Bay Harbor butcher. She's told that he killed Matt Caldwell, and why would someone send her a tip like that anonymously and lie about it? But let's get into the reviews. This was a pretty damn good episode. Pretty amazing. I mean, the family business was tense, macabre, and wonderfully gratifying. The show once again cast a spell over us by having us root for Dexter as a father to successfully impart his serial killer code to his son when everything, even Dexter's inner Deb, indicates it's a doomed decision, just as it was when Harrison made grievous mistakes with Dexter. This feels right by feeling so very wrong, and totally nails a crucial culmination element for the entire saga. I would say this is like a B episode. As is often the case with Dexter, the episode gets more interesting when it's time for Dexter to put his prey on the table and give the last rites. Sorry about that. These scenes are usually a duet between Dexter and the Big Bad, but Harrison's presence is quite a game changer. And if they had another season, I think it would continue to be a game changer. The timing of New Blood is felt off in many ways, and that fact is wrapped up with a nice little bow on top, with its second to last episode taking place on Christmas Day, but airing on January 2nd. It's depressing to get a Christmas gift after the holiday itself has come and gone, and it feels sloppy for a show that's been doing this long enough to know better, not to have the presence of mind or desire to tighten up the storyline so that the episode fall on, or at least closer to, the real-time holiday they're playing out. That doesn't even fucking matter, that's just a critic. Just one more in a series of missed opportunities in New Blood that we won't have to pretend not to notice for much longer. And obviously that's not really relevant anymore because... It's not relevant anymore because I'm watching this during the fucking summer. Who cares? I don't give a shit. By focusing on Dexter trying to slowly reveal his true self to his son, New Blood tapped into some of Dexter's best qualities. The show also tries to juxtapose a juvenile reading of Dexter's actions. He's a badass vigilante, with the reality of what he's doing, which is finding a way to justify his monstrous behavior. He is a fucking monster. It's a fantastic penultimate installment and one of the series' very best episodes. The only misstep is having Molly Park's death take place off screen. That kind of sucks. If New Blood manages to fumble on its finale, we'll at least have the family business to remind us why we fell in love with Dexter in the first place. It's all feeling pretty grim right now, but I'm honestly ready for Dexter to get his comeuppance. Hell, an entire season of Dexter on trial for the Bay Harbor Butcher murders would have been completely riveting. Hall's Dexter is a goldmine of a character. He has an enduring fandom, of which I'm obviously a part of, that would love nothing more than to see him continue his adventures. But there is a point where we need a payoff. I think that would have been really cool, to have kind of like a Saul Goodman type of thing. Yeah, that would have been awesome, actually. That would have been a good idea. I don't even know if the show creators were thinking of doing such a thing. But yeah, I think I'm going to give you guys an edited video for the final episode. Monday morning is when we're going to be doing that episode review on my first day of class. I'll probably only do an episode a day during the school week because I kind of need to balance schoolwork and stuff. But I'm trying to post a VOD to YouTube. I don't know if it's going to work necessarily. It's pending, it's processing. It's going to take a minute, but hopefully that's up on the channel soon. I really want it to be out for you guys to watch a full VOD. If it takes too long and it starts to struggle, I'll probably start editing those videos. But I have to go take a shower, do a bunch of stuff, pack the car. I pretty much have my content done for the day. I just need to listen to new music. I'm going to be watching my Walking Dead episode, doing a bunch of stuff on the car ride.